Hey folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm having Saint Chateau Michel's Riesling from Columbia Valley in Washington State. This is a 2023 vintage wine. The label reads, established in 1967, Washington State's founding winery. On the back, it says, since 1967, the dedicated winemakers at Chateau Saint Michel have transformed the finest grapes into some of the most spectacular wines in the world. Harvested at the peak of ripeness, this crisp and lively Riesling reveals tart apple and peach notes that complement pasta, pork, curry, and a wide array of cheese. On the sweetness scale, it is right in the middle between medium dry and medium sweet, according to the label. It's 12% alcohol by volume. Per 5-ounce serving, it has 120 calories, 5 grams of carb, and 3 grams of sugar. So it doesn't seem like it'll be that sweet. Rieslings I like because they are a little bit sweeter than ordinary wines. So let's crack this one open. I will say that since it's only been established in 1967, it's not that much older than me, something that really should not be advertise. If you're gonna be a distillery or winery, you should be really, 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 really old. Unless they're saying that I'm really, 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 really old since I'm close in age to how long this has been established. Anyway, let's crack this one open. It has a real cork, so let's use my wine key to open it. I got this at a Total Wine. Can't remember how long ago. Wasn't that long ago. But this brand name is pretty ubiquitous, and I figured I'd try it out since I've seen it at some restaurants. And I like Riesling. So wine keys could make opening wine pretty difficult, but it makes you look like a professional nonetheless. So use the wine key right here. Boom. So Rieslings are white wines naturally. This is like a 5-ounce pour, you think? It has a little bit of carbonation, just a little bit, kind of bubbly. Naturally, Rieslings aren't champagne or sparkling wines, but it has a little bit of carbonation. Uh, like a light golden color. Um, like if it were a beer, this would be like a lager color. But it's a white wine. Let's give it a smell. Pear, I get pear, and I get grape. A strong grape, a medium strong grape aroma, slight pear aroma. It smells good. It smells like it would complement any food, to be honest. So let's look at this label again. It says pork, pasta, curry, and a wide array of cheese. And it's supposed to be crisp and lively. Tart apple and peach. Let's see if it has tart apple and peach. I'm getting pear at the moment. So without further ado, let's drink. Prost, my friends. So, like I said, it's slightly carbonated. It is right in the middle of sweetness. It's not as sweet as a port naturally because it's not supposed to be, and it's not a dry white wine. It is a a decent taste on your palate. It has some fruitiness to it. I'm not necessarily getting tart apple, but I am picking up a bouquet of fruits. Can't really decipher which ones, but it does have some fruit and actually some grapes because it is wine. Like I said, I smell the pear, not really tasting a pear. Uh, as far as the peach, not really getting peach, but it is crisp, very crisp, but not dry. So it's crisp, has a sharp like back end, and it's like it doesn't linger on your tongue. Good sweetness. If you're a beginning wine drinker, this is probably something that you would enjoy, especially in a white wine. Uh, it's not like a red wine, which can be very bold and tanniny, and it has a different profile. You're not getting any sweetness with the red wines unless it's a port. But with the white wines, you can get some sweetness with the Gewürztraminer, the Rieslings, the Moscatos. So this is a good wine. I'm enjoying it. As far as Rieslings are concerned, it's one of the better Rieslings that I've had. I don't have many, but to my recollection, this is one of the ones that I have enjoyed um, in comparison to some other ones. So, how would I rate this? I'm actually going to give this a pretty high rating, a recommendation, if you will. I'm gonna give this a 92 out of 100. I would recommend this product. I would buy it again. And I'm not a wine drinker, so that's a pretty high rating. There's not a lot of wine for Brian in the household. There's a lot of wine for my wife, but my inventory is pretty low because I drink more beers and spirits. But I would get this again. It's pretty tasty. It's like really, it's not overstated the flavor, soften your palate, and just crisp. Quite enjoyable. On that last sip, I did get a little bit of apple. So yeah, it has some apple. To me, it smells like tastes, and it gives you some pear and some good grape flavor and some good sweetness. So there you have it, folks. Another review in the books. Winding down time until the end of the year. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video.